This will be the most popular deck in the format for a long time. Today we play Best of One.
The only one in Best of One.
What? Virginia taxes!
Ta-da!
Eurian. This is Standard. World Championship. Izzet Lessons. Seth Manfield wins it all. Playing Izzet. Is it busted? I don't know. Is it? Is it? Is it? Anyway, is the deck good in Best of One? Let's find out. I kind of played this deck a few days ago, but not quite this deck. It was something close to this deck. I really didn't know. At the time, the deck list for Worlds weren't revealed. it was literally like an hour or two before it came out. I don't know, I'd heard somebody mention Artist Talent Monument was busted, and I like played that. I don't even remember what I was watching or listening to. And it is. Turns out they right. Anyway, should that have been red mana? Yeah. Don't worry about it. 2 minutes? Yeah, let's grab the canal here. So yeah, Seth Manfield, Izzet Lessons, freaking dominates, terrorizes the World Championships, and here I am, just to make sure that it only gets worse. But all seriousness, I'm a little bit sick, just a little, but it's enough. It's enough to be a bit frustrated, and definitely enough that I need to make a little video here so you guys have something to watch, and then I need to go lay down. So I was like, even though I did this a few days ago, it wasn't the same version. It definitely has a couple of differences. So let's see if this World Championship deck from Seth Manfield, the great now two-time world champion Seth Manfield, is as good as advertised. Let's see if we can beat Timeline Color, of which I'm pretty sure no copies were registered at the event. If we hit a lesson off the top, this is so money. Okay. No lessons here, but I hear this card is pretty good. Monument to Endurance. Have you tried it? All right. Gran. They might have removal for this, but I'll take that cost reduction so I can play cheap Monument. Decline because the Monument's not on the field yet. Now it is. All right. Let's accumulate that wisdom. Yeah. I'll draw another land, right? I'm sure I will. I can also make this treasure. Beautiful. Okay. Well, I didn't get the untapped land, so I think I'll do this on my opponent's turn, which means I miss a card draw, but that's okay. Yeah, watching Seth freaking Manfield, best player around, not the swiftest mage, but neither would I if I were competing for the title of World Championship and a really sick trophy. Watching him play this deck for like 8 hours. You guys complain about 40 minutes of gameplay if you don't like the deck. Oh my god. I can't imagine how you guys would handle this. I mean, may as well do something about this. The last ride is down to a -5/-5. I'm sure someday it'll be a relevant Magic card. You go. Actually, is one Monument enough? Nah, Monument's like amazing at this stage. It's a key card for sure. Draw. Beautiful. Draw. Busted. Insane, actually. Look at me go. I guess I can try to exile this now that I have a combustion technique. By the way, for 1 mana, we'll probably be able to deal with this last ride no matter how big it gets. That's how insane this deck can get. And take 3 for your trouble, opponent. Thanks for playing today. Here's a here's a little parting gift. Like, the monument talent thing is going to change best of one. It really is. And I'm surprised it, like, kind of took us this long to get here, but here we are. We were all worried about Badger Mole Cub. So was Worlds. It was the second most registered card from the set, with all the kind of the first most registered cards being the Lessons package. But it's definitely a popular thing. There's no question that Badger Mole Cub is a real card. But the reason this deck just kind of swept it under the rug is because when you look at what's in it, all this cheap removal, like you are dealing with the Cub and the tokens and everything for like 1 mana or less all over the place. And yeah, people weren't ready for that. Anyway, how about some cards? I like cards. Oh my goodness. This just feels so stupid. Yeah, I'll pass. Now I can give me a target. Just give me a target so I can go off on your turn as well. Please. Give me multiple targets. I might even cast multiple spells targeting the same thing. My graveyard, no. Oh God, what will I do? If only my combo weren't, you know, were still available somehow. Oh, it's a 1-1 now. You're at 12. All right. So how does the deck win? Monuments and Storm Chasers talent is typically the jam. I mean, I guess I'll bounce this. Could bounce our own thing to draw a card. I don't even think that's going to be necessary. Watch how many cards we see just from doing this. I mean, that's Ancestral Recall on a bounce spell. That's what that is. And, you know, we were worried about them taking out our graveyard, reducing our lesson count. Look at this. Now I just need a spell I can actually cast, which, you know, I don't know. All your creatures take 1. What do you want? Bang. Pow. Draw. Can do it again. This can give cost reduction, which is great. I'd say they gain a life, but they don't. What are we doing? And then on your turn, I'm gonna Firebend my Gran, and you're gonna take 9, and that's that. And the mercilessly, the opponent's suffering comes to an end. Guys, decks so far on ladder are just not prepared to deal with a 2-mana enchantment and a 3-mana artifact that clown you. And if your deck isn't, your deck is toast. So is it prepared to deal with a 2-mana enchantment, 3-mana artifact that combine to absolutely roast you? Also, if you're aggro, they just get to run all this super cheap removal. Okay, too many talents, but I've often been told I'm too talented, and I've made it this far in life. You need a cub right here. Punish me for killing the elf. Okay, it's just a weaver. Oh, I'm still gonna get out this talent. Let's get cooking. We gotta get these other talents out of our hand. So please don't play an Ouroboros right now. If you do that, then guess what? You went first and you had a real game. Okay. So I'm gonna get punished here. Belladar Retreat. Oh. They're doing like landfall stuff? I wonder how that'll turn out. That's interesting. Alright, cub down. We're gonna need to draw a lot of removal. So this is gonna be a second lesson to the graveyard. This will be a third. Let's drop the attachments, even though I really do want to get rid of the talents. I need to find removal now. So that going up to 3. And we'll play this. And on their turn, I guess we'll do that. Hope we're not dead. I mean, that's one thing. Like, we have the Iroh's demonstration. If you level up artist talent, you can make it hit harder, but not that good. We're also getting beaten down by mana creatures. And keep in mind, when this goes away, it comes back, which means it triggers the Felidar Guardian. So obviously that's what they're going for. Big. Ugh. Okay, basics and demo. Somehow I need to make my spells cheaper and I need to build up demos. I guess I could basics the retreat and then kill their creatures. But yeah, maybe we make, okay, let's make some blockers. Let's level up though. We gotta get leveled up so that in the future, these demonstrations can deal with more things. We gotta also have to hope that they miss their land drops. Ugh, too many lands for us. Okay, I mean, hey, you don't need to deal with it if you just set up an offense engine that goes too far and they find the land. This might be the last chance we have to buy time before it all falls apart. That's another creature. Why didn't they play that first? They're going to make a land into another thing. Yep. That's really good. All right, so we draw Monument. Might be late. Might be very late, but it's essentially 1 mana. Well, I missed that 1 mana. We need to make enough blockers to interact with this board. Let's go for it. And we definitely need to dig through the deck and find the perfect 1 mana cards. Ooh, you would have been nice a little sooner. Yeah, there's no way we get to, like, if I demoed twice, nothing good happens for me, that's for sure. So where do we start? Treasure? Well, we're definitely going to cast another spell this turn, so I can take this draw. And then we get to make the best decisions. The best decisions, guys. We're definitely going to need this blocker. Treasure. At the end of all this, we have to have a mana up for next turn, and this is sorcery speed. And unfortunately, we can't bounce these. So there's a few things we need to go right, but it has to happen on their turn, because we can do this, make a treasure, hit another spell, and kill a thing before bad things happen to us. Let's try it out. It did not hit a land drop. That's good for us. Yeah, they're snoozing. I get it. Oh no. All right, am I dead? I'm not dead. This will create a landfall trigger. I guess I should prioritize my life a little higher. We're at 2. The fact that we're untapping from this is really huge. And they missed their land drop. That's really huge too. All right, can we find it? They're falling asleep. I feel so bad for them. Ooh. Okay, the engine is fully operational, but can we find what we need? We definitely have the discard fuel, and we're drawing so many lands. There's a monument. Okay. This might be boomerang monument time. Let me so we need a Gran, because we need that cost reduction down to 1. And then there's kind of a way to pop off here. Let's see if we can do it. And we have 22 cards in deck, which should be enough. So this is all the way spent. So what you do is you bounce the spent monument. And then using the other monument, we're gonna need some more basics. There are only 3 in the deck, right? So that could be a headache. Draw. There's the basics. Okay. We're kind of doing it. But this is almost spent. Okay, so you target here. Discard. Trigger. Lose 3. Treasure. Play monument. Discard. Draw. I mean, I don't know if it's enough. I do need instants on their turn, right? And they could miss another land drop. We have to have at least 1 mana open when we pass. So I don't think I'm gonna get there with this group, but maybe next turn. 4 damage. The Firebending Lesson can hit here. Again, they come back and the retreat triggers, and that's a problem. There's another monument. Am I out of treasures? No, I'm not. Okay. Keep it up. They're down to 8. We need a triple trigger on our turn, and we've got it now. On their upkeep. Lose 3. And now I drew another one, so this will make a treasure off the fresh monument. 11 cards. I know, riveting gameplay. I know. Has to be the treasure. Don't mess that up. And then we have a fresh monument again. Ten cards. So lose 3. Treasure. Discard. And now we have the 1 mana open to trigger on their upkeep. We have to take this draw. Lose 3. Dead! They're dead now! Oh my god! I'm a problem. Just when I thought we might lose. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? I don't know if I'm kidding. I have talent. So much talent. Dude, the hands with this deck, you just like, oh, I can cast everything. And if something's not good in a matchup, I just loot it away. I can pressure them or control them at all times. Yeah. It's hard to imagine a deck taking its place, but then once you nerf it, the Cub decks are gonna be so deadly. I mean, Cub decks can still just pop off. Oh, what a draw. Do I talent first, though? I think I do. Maybe not. I might have been supposed to do the basics thing to really pressure because we're in the mirror, but I think having the basics to target a talent is also very good. We've got our Grand. We've got our talent. We cast this. We discard this. This goes to the graveyard. We also discard something else. We draw 2. Yeah. Yeah. That's not a lesson. Those are all lands. Ew. How did that happen? Deck sucks, I guess. What do you want from me? All right, they've already added the tech of Pyroclasm, which is fine. They still have to solve the monuments. Let's see if they also added the Soul Guide lanterns. Okay, they want to bounce this and save their talent. I didn't level up or anything, so that's fine. No big deal. Okay, guys, though, the lands, it's a bit much. It's a bit much. So let's play that. I'm going to use my basics differently than they used their talent. And we're going to find a monument. And we'll play this. Maybe I was supposed to keep that land. It's possible I should have just held that hand. Because there is a real chance we don't find another one anytime soon. All right, so there's Legend of Karuk, which did get a lot of play at Worlds. And it is a powerful card. Let's see how it compares to what we are up to. Another talent, sure. Monument. Monument. Attachments, right? At this point? Or is double monument? I think I just need to have a monument, to be honest. So I think if they remove this monument, everything else is pretty replaceable. So keep them managing this board and get the monuments and the artist talent to go. And let's see what they can do with this. Certainly going to be a headache. The danger is if they actually can deal with artist talent, but is it dealing with an enchantment is not very likely. Yeah, they pyro again. The thing is, you kill them with monuments. So let's see if they can solve that problem. Do they have a braid? I mean, they teched in Pyroclasm, which is also great against Cub, and a big reason people ran this card. Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. I think I'll just level. Oh, this does play into a quench, doesn't it? That's not good. Shouldn't have done that, but let's see what happens. Treasure then, since I see accumulate wisdom. Looks like that we're gonna get away with it. Treasure. Get more triggers. There's a basics. There's a demo and another talent. Let's hit them with tempo. I think that's the play. People are gonna be like, but value, the value here is that they get no tempo. Thought about holding on to the talent in case I run out of ways to actually loot. I don't think that's too likely. I guess I don't want them to respond. So let's see if they put something on the stack before I kill Gran. I try to go to combat. Yeah, we're not doing that. Maybe they'll respond now and cast a flurry of spells. Yeah, Iroh's demonstration is also Pyroclasm. Pyroclasm's a little faster. Okay, so they can discard a lesson here and they can get their draw 3, but they didn't get their cost reduction and they didn't discard a lesson. So that is fine. Now and then they quench it. Ooh, okay. They're protecting Gran. They're trying to have a big turn, but we still get to discard. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's pretty mean. Oh no. Then Gran perished. So what else are they gonna try to do to me? They're gonna play their own monument. Okay. Yep. It's a good card. They're discarding the legend. Yeah. I get it. The tempo hit's too massive. Yeah, they know it's over. They're going to 4, and when I untap and cast any spell with any card in my hand, they're dead. Did I have fun? It's kind of a sloppy mirror, I'm not gonna lie, but you better get used to it. This will be the most popular deck in the format for a long time. It'll take a lot to get rid of it. You cast a ton of spells. You get to 1 mana draw 3 on the regular, sometimes several times a game. That is pure drugs. That is pure addiction level stuff to Magic players. And the aggro decks are gonna absolutely take a pounding from it. Because just look at the amount of removal you get to play. Look how flexible it is. I'll just level. It's fine. I'll get set up for the future. The opponent might have a more turbo hand. We could certainly use some abandon attachments as well. There's a lot of good draws though, and we're not under any pressure. Yeah, that's a good play. That is a good play. And we continue to draw things that won't do us any good. Represents a quench when you shock that in, but really we're just hoping they give us a target so we can start looting. But in the meantime, they're drawing their deck. So yeah, this might be how you lose the mirror, by having looting but no targets. You remember when we didn't offer them targets? Okay. How do we get these in the bin? We need stuff to cast. I guess still gonna level up, and if they need to use their basics that way, so be it. But we have to get some of these into the bin. This kills a bunch of otters. I think the firebending lesson can go. And then here is a Storm Chaser's talent and another wisdom. So we take this wisdom, play this island, we cast this wisdom, we trigger the talent, we discard 1 technique, and now we get a monument and we get 3 new cards. And yay. Gaming. They want to basics me again, but they don't have a monument yet. They probably will by the end of this turn, and we don't have any basics at all. But they're leveling. Okay, we got to find our basics for sure. But the good news is we have Gran, so we don't have to pay 5 mana for an artist talent level up anymore. We can play Gran and play talent and play monument. We can do it all, and then kill this lousy little otter before it kills us. Ooh, another one? Another one. It begins. They haven't found theirs yet. We still have another treasure to get off this monument. And then do we make one more play here? I think we do. We'll be tapped out on their turn, so we're gonna miss a whole series on their turn. No, we shouldn't do that, but we only have 1 instant, but we might draw more. Okay. We did miss damage. And in response, do this. Another talent. All right, so we want 1 treasure, 1 card. We did not find an instant. That is a big ouch. We're still up 2 monuments though. And we do have backup Gran because I'm sure she's about to die. So buckle up. Buckle up. I mean, you would hope most monuments wins, but if you don't find instants, you're gonna have trouble. I mean, really, maybe I should just be doing damage, but it should be no problem. It should be no problem if I untap with these, and they already used 2 basics. Bouncing my talent. Bouncing a monument here doesn't do them much good. So they are bouncing their own monument here. But they don't have a cost reduction, right? Oh, this one is. Okay. So they need 1 more cost reduction to like really play out monument, bounce monument. Okay, they've got it. So there's now 1 mana. So how many times can they basics it? Probably only once, because they only have 1 basics left in the whole deck. So I don't think that will get them there. Okay, they need a lot of monuments in a row to get there. There's no way, right? And they still haven't dealt with my Gran. Okay, monument. Yep. Okay. They're doing it. Can they get there? I don't think they can. What do they... Because if they use the basics on the monument, they're out of treasures. They're doing a much better job, though, hitting everything they need than I did. Okay, they got the 4th basics. What are they gonna need here? Down to 9. Is it there? 1. Ha, is it? They have 1 card. They can play a monument, make a treasure. If they have the last monument, they got it, right? They had to draw all 4 basics and all 4 monuments. They are down to 12 cards in deck. Not the most insane thing in the world. So this one now is loaded with 3 and they're out. And then that was game. Yay. Is there anything I need to be absolutely sure of? I have 32 cards in the deck. The biggest thing is not running out of gas. So do I have to play another talent? I don't think I have to yet. Let's just start here. If they untap, I lose. So gotta win now. So let's stock up. Nope, not literally. That card's not in the deck. Oh. Well, they gave up. That's nice. That's nice. They were like, I have a better thing to do with my 20 minutes. Gran lesson technique. This is not a great hand, is it? Is it? Can even this hand win? Let's find out. I'm willing to try stupid. It's content. Especially against like blue-white controller artifacts. I don't know if those decks can survive. Pinnacle Star Cage, just useless. Rest in Peace is pretty good, but doesn't solve all the problems. That's for damn sure. Without Gran being a cost reducer, you do have to lean on talent. Sure. I mean, they came to play. Let's see how it goes for them. I'm just gonna level this. Probably no use for these lessons, but I think Combustion Technique is the worst against double Rest in Peace. And it's artifacts. Okay. Well, artifacts can clock you, assuming they ever draw their third land, and they did. So that's the danger we have now, is artifacts can go after you. Is the deck good without all its busted stuff? I think so, but let's prove it. There you go. Nice and easy. This is red. Keep going. Keep going. Just gotta set up for the next turn and the next one. Need lots of cards. And we have lots of cards. They will probably snare this monument. And did we draw all 4 Grands? Sure did. Wasn't even hard. Okay, they do not get to snare the monument. Well, that's gonna turn out very bad for them. I think we need a double artist talent level up in this matchup, because Grand will never be online to pop off completely. So let's do that. And now this. I already made my 1 treasure, right? So this isn't gonna get anything done. But what if they get double snare? That would be pretty bad for us. So instead, I think I play this on their turn and see if I can find another instant. I have a feeling they're just going to go right after the monument. But if they leave the artist talents and the cost reduction, the monuments can pop off forever. Yep, here we go. Okay, in response. Drop this. Trigger. Draw. Ew. Okay. Drawing lands just feels like a total affront every time I do it. Ooh, Quench. Quench doesn't work here though. They only have 2 mana open, but let's grab the last monument and make absolutely sure we ruin them next turn. I got a jewel. All right, guys, we're about to show you how incredible Rest in Peace is. I'll just decline these because they don't do anything yet, but with a monument on the field. Get ready for the ride. Trigger, 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 trigger. This stuff's toxic. Oh, man. All right, can we get Boomerang Basics? That's the next level. Boo. Boo this man. Look what he is doing out here. Look at the disgusting behavior he's exhibiting. What a terrible example of the MTG community. Oh my god. Oh no. All right, 21 cards to go. You're spent. Actually, 2 of them are spent, I think. But we're good. Yeah. Let's just decline. And make the most of these when we have everything on the field. Because this one is also spent. Lose 3. 19 cards is a bit. Is it enough to end the game? Probably. Is it? This joke is eternal. Just like Izzet decks in Standard. They are at 5. These two are spent. We just need an instant on their turn. So they're gonna let it happen. Okay. 3, 3, 3. The machine gun in full effect. I don't know how the artifact deck deals with that. I think they just get... I think they're just done. I think it's over. I mean, look how these... We're just stacking wins, man. It's pretty gross. It's pretty gross. And just think... It's only the first day with this deck as your world champion. People are only going to get better at playing it, which means the mirrors are going to get more intense. And how do we beat it? They said a Sultai Reanimator deck was favored on coverage. Favored to win the whole thing when it was all Izzet and Teamer decks in the top 8. And then that deck got 3-0'd. Housed like it wasn't even close. Oh my goodness. Anyway. What? Somebody's playing Gran in this meta? That's holy cow. What? Let's go, baby. The otter pressure begins. Abandoning attachments already. Could be the quench though. See if we can draw it out. I think they have abandoned attachments personally. Nice. Oh man. Oh man. See, there's a world there where we just draw some lands and a removal spell, right? And then we're not doing much for a turn. And then for just a second, the deck looks mortal. But then we go and do this. Let's see if they have Iroh's attachment for the otters. They got Gran. Demonstration rather. Abandon attachments is the other card. Oh god. Well, we don't have a way to discard yet, but we'll find it. I mean, Gran in theory can discard, but let's go like that. Woo! That's nice. All right, here's 4 points for your Gran. Yeah, let's do this right now as well. Why not? Just okay. We are an artist talent from the complete and utter domination. But we do have to draw the talent. And the opponent paying full price for their wisdom. Pathetic. Yeah, you gotta kill this. Gran's gotta die even if you pay 2 mana to do it. Oh no. Alright. So, I think I just play and level this. And be set up for the next turn. I feel like we're so far ahead. And even if they bounce it, I'm just gonna do it again. And if they let it be, oh no. Oh no. They found their monument, but they don't have the artist talent. They do have abandoned attachments to get a little one-off here. They don't have cost reduction. The monument will beat you. It is a power card, but it really is the cost reduction and the artist talent that get you. Oh no. Oh my goodness, what do we discard here? They might they might understand that they just shouldn't give me a play. Oh, wisdom. Oh no. Triggers. Treasure. Draw. Talent. Discard. 3 life. Treasure. Draw. All right, there still is 1 treasure in the bank. Basics, especially while they have no cost reduction. Cost them 3 mana again, that's gonna get them. Lose 3. Treasure. Pass. Do it again on their turn. I can wait till something's on the stack, or easy enough. That's a diamond, guys. The deck is cracked. Thank you to my sponsors, CoolStuffInc.com, promo code CGB5 if you want to pick up some lessons and get a discount. And Dragon Shield, once you have those lessons and those monuments of endurance, protect them with Dragon Shield. Use the promo code CGB5 and the link in my description to support the channel. Did you have fun? I don't know. Is it? Is it fun? Is it? You're cool.